everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pivy Does It All. If you're wondering where I got this beautiful, magnificent, gorgeous, flawless, sparkly, you can't tell it's sparkly, I can, beret from, I got it from David Browning. Yes, bearded yarn dude himself. Um, I met with him today in the wonderful, gorgeous, lovely Granny D, and I yeah, we just met. We had dinner, and we chit chatted. We gossiped. We you know had a night on the town and ate some Mexican food. Welcome in. I'm just talking about this beautiful beret that I have that I did not make. Hey Michelle. Boo. I am drinking a rosé, but I'm about to switch over to a red. So if you would like to join me, please do. If you're wondering why my voice is a little raspy, first of all, that's the testosterone. Second of all, it's because I've been trying to sing and expand my register more as my voice has been lower. I have been able to reach lower notes than I have previously been able to reach. Therefore, I am, just enjoying that. And so I'm singing along with a lot more. Hey, Candy. Hi. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's great. I hope, I hope, I hope. I keep you in my thoughts all the time. And I keep you and your family in my thoughts all the time. I hope you know that. So I got this wonderful beret from David of Bearded Yarn Dudes, and got to see him and Granny D today, and that was fantastic and wonderful. And it's really cute. It's like got white and brown, and it's got sparkles in it. It's perfectly me. It's like just just a little bit too much, and that's perfect. I hope you all are having wonderful evenings. And I put this live, the name of this live is I Miss You. I really do, because I miss you. I really do. I feel like I've been out of it, out of the world forever. And really, it's only been like 2-ish weeks. And not even that, because I did some tea videos. I did a video a couple days ago. But I've been kind of out of it and been kind of in a slump. A lot of it, I think, is driven by kind of this dip in tea that I took. So for those of you who don't know, or who I haven't really discussed it with much, it's a good evening. It's not a good evening. Oh, but that's okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. I hope it gets better. I really, really, really hope it gets better. Yeah, from the bottom of my heart. Um, I really do. I forgot what I was talking about, but I hope it gets better. Yes, I was fortunate enough to. Oh, so I was talking about the tea roller coaster. So, I take my tea on Tuesdays, and by with like 4 to 5 days or so, and it's gotten shorter this time, so I don't know if that means like it'll keep on getting shorter and shorter and it'll stabilize or something like that. I don't know. Really, no one told me like what the oh my gosh, Michelle, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I hate hearing that. It must be devastating. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about you and your family as well. And I'm keeping everyone's family in my thoughts. I basically, as the testosterone, it's a slow release formula. It's oil based, so it takes longer to get into your bloodstream and or wherever it goes. I assume it's your bloodstream. So are we liking this beret? I'm kind of feeling it. I've never worn a beret before. I made one, but I've never worn one. So I don't really know what to do with it. But so when the testosterone peaks and it's finally in my system and it's like I get to experience the testosterone, I feel most like myself. And it's really reassuring, positive, like overwhelmingly positive feeling that I get to experience. And that was my dog under my desk yawning, crying. And I get this like elation from it, this like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on top of the world. And I don't feel like manic. I just feel like just myself. It gets really, really, really cool. And then as the testosterone starts to get out of my system, I get this kind of crash from it where I start to feel like I'm in a foreign body. Like I start to feel like an alien in humans' clothing, if you will. And it's really strange and it kind of bums my mood out. And so that's kind of like the wave I've been riding. And I think that's a lot of the reason I've lost some of my crojo and like my just like go get 'emness is because I've just been riding this testosterone wave. And so I let me finish this wine. And pour some red. This is the Peso Dragon from Trader Joe's. It's a red wine. It tastes like red wine. Let that breathe a little bit. I'm wearing my Star Trek shirt, my Star Trek Mirror Mirror shirt, which, of course, is one of my favorite episodes of the original series. I don't know if this fashionably goes with this, but I don't care. It's cold in my house, and I just needed like little number brown and white beret. The kind you find handmade by a wonderful crocheter named David Browning. Doesn't ring off. It doesn't roll off the tongue as easily. But hey, Froggy. Hey, Jennifer. I was just saying that I met with David and Granny D tonight, and that was really awesome. I yeah, we went to eat Mexican. David made me this. I miss you too. I miss all of you. I've like legitimately, genuinely, honestly have been missing you guys in my life. And I feel like I just like yarn dude store. I like that. Not a raspberry beret, but When Doves Cry was came on when I was driving up to see David and Granny D, and I was singing that. I've been trying to keep up with the male vocalists that I love and appreciate, and so I was just kind of like flipping through the radio, kind of seeing who came on, and trying to sing along with them, which was really fun, really hard. I noticed that my really low notes are really gravelly and just not as like solid and like melodic. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. There. Um, but yeah, so I've been trying to train my voice to be a little bit smoother, a little bit more pleasant on the ears. Because right now it's like, not quite like that, but kind of like that. Cheers to those of you who are here. Thank you for being here. And I miss you guys. You guys are such a big part of my life now. And, now that I don't go outside or see people or do anything other than crochet, like this has become my life. So I'm just really thankful to have you guys here. And it's so late. This is really late for you, Froggy, right? I know Michelle, it's like nothing. But for you, Froggy, this is pretty late. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. And you don't have to keep it because I've posted it on the internet already. I also have a crush on Tom Daley, the Olympic diver who knits and crochets. He's just so damn cute. Oh my god. So now you know. I like literally we were talking about it for like a quarter of the time that we were together tonight. We were talking about how much we love Tom Daley. So that was really fun. He makes me think of Daniel from Popeye. He is a hottie. Yes. Yes, you are right. He is a hottie with a body and pretty good face. I do say so myself. So, and he like knits and crochets and is a yarny and has a son and is married and is gay. It's so cute. Sorry. I need to control myself. Daniel, he may be gay and I may be married, but he is hot. Yes. You can always appreciate the visual. You can always appreciate the eye candy. There's no rule against that. Yeah, we spent a good amount of time talking about it. Yeah. So I understand. Daniel was like, "Oh, I like him less since he got married." And I was like, "Daniel, you're married. Doesn't make any sense. You have these rules for other people and not have them for yourself. Make up your mind." But I love Daniel. So that's okay. If you're wondering why I'm so like high energy and like moving my hands like this, it's because my energy is super high because of testosterone. So sorry if I give you whiplash with all my fast moving hands. With all of them. I have two hands. Got two hands. Two hands that are not crocheting anything right now. Yay. Yay. Yes. So I hope you all have been well. And if you haven't been well, I hope things get better. And that's the key for right now, is I just hope things get better. And love how animated you are. No, I know I'm like being like really like I feel like that meme of like Kermit the Frog, this when he's like like I feel like that's me. Because I have a lot of energy right now. And it's almost 1 a.m. and I probably should like be simmering down, but instead I'm like turning it up. The job is going good. That's so great. I'm so happy to hear that. I forgot, I haven't really talked to you that much since you started your new job. I'm so glad it's going great. I'm also glad this red wine is good and cheap. I almost like, okay. My hair's getting super long, so maybe I should have kept the beret on. But I just am not used to seeing myself in a beret, so I'm like, should I wear it? Should I not wear it? Oh, okay, so let me describe to you what this beret looks like. So you can see that it's this like white, cream, and then brown. Do more filming, but I'm procrastinating as usual. I understand that. It has a very subtle but very beautiful sparkle to it. Undoubtedly crystal from Bag of Day. What Bag of Day? Why do I always say Bag of Day? That's not the name of her channel. Would like it. It's done with a double crochet, and it is done with a roving style yarn, and it is just stunning. I can tell he did a back loop only crochet to turn in, and then went in till it was about that big, as big as my little noggin. I just like, I can't even convince myself to, is that better? No, I look like a douche. I don't know how to wear, I don't know how to wear berets. Somebody's saying raspberry beret quick so I can get this right. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Tilt it to the side a little bit. Get this on. I feel like I fucked it up. Hey, Prince Daniel, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So hold on 1 second. Okay, raspberry beret. Kind you find in a secondhand store. So, let's see what else is going on in my life. So, I am currently talking to an old friend of mine, and this friend, we had this friendship that kind of like, it's like a match. It like burned bright really quickly, and then it just burned out. And we just stopped being friends. really quickly. Like, it was a friendship that lasted maybe like 4 months. And this was, I want to say, like 8, 9 years ago, so almost a decade ago. And he's like, well, I kind of came back into his life. Um, he got engaged. I congratulated him, and then conversation has continued since then, and it's been really cool. Um, when you like, do you guys ever feel like you're like, I feel like someone from my past is gonna come back into my life sometime soon, and like then it happens, and you're like, it's just an uh, interesting feeling. And it's been really cool to be able to reconnect with someone, because some friendships, they just um, don't work for one reason or another the first time around. And this one, like, I think we both know, you know, what happened, and we're both like willing to move. It wasn't like a negative thing. It just was I don't know how to say this. Um, but basically, I started to like him. And so it got a little weird. And that's basically it. I mean, like, that is it. Like, um, is married to a drag queen. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. We should trade tips. I want to be a drag queen, as you know. So I thought about doing drag makeup tonight. Um, but um, so with my coming out, um, it just has been different with me and this guy. And although I'm just in a much more stable place in my life. I mean, if we look at what happened 8 years ago, 8 years ago, I was like 21. Like, that is um like, you don't know shit about yourself at that point, and you're still in this constant state of flux. This is making my head really hot. Sorry, guys. I know it's beautiful and David did such a good job, but my head is sweating and my hair looks awful. No. It's not great, but it's not right, but it's okay. As Whitney would say. um but um yeah, it's beautiful to see friendships come back into your life that, like, you felt really good about at one point. And I felt really good about our friendship, and we immediately clicked. And um so I'm really happy that he is here. And so I don't get to talk to many people about it because Mel knows, and um, you guys know, and that's pretty much it. I don't really talk about my former love interests. It's like hilarious to even say that right now. Um, but he's not into dudes, and I'm not into him, so it's perfect right now. So, making friends again, because you fucked up the friendship the first time. Um, let's see, what else have you guys missed in my life? Let's see, I got to see my mom while I was at the beach, which was really a positive experience. Um, I don't talk about my family, my what's that word? Immediate. I don't talk about my immediate family that much on here because I want to keep a lot of stuff private that should be private. Um, but I got to see my mom, and I don't see my mom a lot, so that was really nice that I got to go eat dinner with her. Mel and I got to go eat dinner with her. Um, and we had a great time. We ate at this great place in Topsail. Um, and it was like we ate on the patio of this like fresh seafood place, right? So it's like right off like the boardwalk, and it's right on the beach, and like overlooking the beach and the water and everything. And like basically a tropical storm comes through. Like, I am not kidding you. Like, it was like wind was blowing, like we saw like entire like tents of people, like people's tents like rolling down the beach. And um it was just like torrential downpour, and like the wind was like gushing. And is that the word? Is it wind gust? It was there were like gusts of wind. um and it was crazy, but we were just like having a really great time talking to each other outside, and that was really wonderful. um so I um it was fun for her to come, and like 'cause she lives in for those of you who know the area, she lives in Carolina Beach, but she works in Jacksonville, North Carolina. So she stopped by Topsail on the way in to go home, which isn't like a shortcut or anything. Like, she drove out of her way to come see me, which was really cool. Um, so she she came, and we ate really good food and listened to really good music. Like, the restaurant we picked, um we were going to go to this restaurant, and they didn't even have like spots open to wait. And then Mel found this other restaurant within walking distance that we could go to, that had they said they had a 45-minute wait. And we were like, okay, but they had a bar. So we're like, okay, we'll just sit at the bar until it's time to eat. And so we barely order our drinks, and they're like, oh, your table's ready. What? We were not expecting this. But okay, that's cool. Sure. And so we waited no time at all, and the food was wonderful. Trying to remember what we had. Um, I think we all had mahi mahi tacos, if I'm not mistaken. And we got an appetizer too. Oh, it was a shrimp and crab dip, which was mm, it was wonderful. So, um, yeah, that was that was what we did, and so that was a really good time to see my mom. Um, then I surfed while I was in Topsail. I haven't surfed in and granted, I've only ever like stood up on the board. Like, I've never like done any cool tricks or anything on a surfboard. But I so we so my brother-in-law rented a surfboard um for for whoever wanted to use, um and like on the island. And so after he went out and he like tried to get some waves, like the waves were breaking too close to the shore. So by the time he stood up, you could already feel that fin of the surfboard in the sand. So there was no point in standing up. Like you'd stand up and you would just be like, okay, I am just standing in the sand. So I did eat shit the first time I tried to stand up. I was too far forward on the board. So you need to be like further back on the board, like just paddling and like, standing up and all of that. You need to be further back on the board than intuitively you feel like you should be. Also, if you have surfed and you know how to surf and I'm describing it horribly, please stop me and tell me otherwise. I'm no expert. I didn't even stand up. I did stand up, but like I said, it was by the time I stood up, I was in the sand. So it but the first time I was too far forward and the board, as the wave kind of started to take me, the nose of the board uh sunk into the water, and I just kind of rolled to the side, but the same thing happened to him, but he flipped over when he tried it. So I'm glad I did not flip over. The board did not flip over on me, which was good. It was really hard to get the board out there, like to control the board enough to get it out to where you need to be to catch waves. And so it was a bit of a challenge. It wasn't like we got like just a normal size surfboard. It wasn't a long board. It wasn't a short like wave cutty board. It just was like a normal size surfboard. And I have really short arms, and so it was really hard to get the surfboard into the water and into like the waves. And he was saying, and he's much stronger than me, he was saying that even he had a hard time controlling the board and getting it into the water and all this stuff. So I didn't feel so bad after he told me that, because I felt like it looked like an idiot trying to get the board in the water. Like here I am, like I'm 5'2". My wingspan is 5'2". I am tiny, and a surfboard is like is more than one arm length. So I'm trying to like hold on to this board as tight as I can so that people on the beach don't stare at me looking like, what is that guy doing with his tiny little arms and trying to get the surfboard in. And so I finally get into the water and things are cool and things are fine, and I flip over. I don't flip over, I like roll off the side and scrape my knee, and my knee immediately starts bleeding. And I don't know about you guys, but when you're in the ocean and anything starts bleeding at all, I automatically assume that a shark is going to come eat me. Like I don't care how deep the water is. I don't care how many sharks have been spotted in the water. I don't care. I am assuming a shark is going to get me. I am assuming I am on the set of Jaws 5 or whatever they're on. Um, so uh, it, but I just was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna have fun with a surfboard. I'm bleeding like the tiniest little bit amount. Like, it's not really nothing. And so I was like, I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. And I did, and had as much fun as I could. So um, definitely would like to go on a day that is a little bit the waves breaking further back so that I could stand up on the board and ride a little bit before hitting sand. That would be cool. But surfing, it's something that I never thought that I would do again in my life, and I did it. I went for it. So that was cool. My friend, um, I was just talking about testosterone with him and stuff like that, and he said that sports might be a really good outlet for me with all this excess energy that I'm having. And I'm like, crocheting is not a sport. What are you talking about? I'm like, boop, 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 boop. But even though I don't have energy to crochet now, like right now, I have energy to crochet. I have all this yarn around me, and I'm like, let's crochet. But yeah, he said that like an active sport would be really would likely be very positive for me, so that I could expend some energy. And I'm thinking about that. So watching the Olympics with Mel, I have seen a lot of sports, and we've started to kind of like tally the sports that would be interesting to us to try, and everything. I'll throw a baseball around with you. Honestly, like I'd love that. Like I'd love that. That would be fun. Yeah, I'll throw a baseball around with you. I can't promise that like, I'll be it. I mean, I can throw a baseball around. I can do that. I can't do anything else like hit a baseball with a bat, but um I would do that. Honestly, I'm willing to try anything at this point. Like just um I was thinking that I really wanted to I was thinking soccer, like just like running around the soccer field and kicking the ball around and stuff like that would be really fun. My husband throws like a girl. Well, so do I. um, I was like, if I had the money, I would do some kind of martial arts or boxing or kickboxing. Those all seem really fun. Um, but they're really expensive to like do in like a class setting. So yeah, so I don't think we'll be doing those anytime soon. Mel wants to do like strip aerobics. Wouldn't I be great to play ball with? You'd always win, lol. Letter at third base. Wow. Yeah. See, never played a sport in my life. Have been pretty opposed to it, in fact. Um, so, but watching the Olympics has inspired me. It's got me going. It's got me going, Team USA. I want to be on Team USA, but like here and not on an Olympic level with any kind of stress involved. I don't need any more stress. I just need physical activity. So if you can give me that, then that would be great. Thank you. Yeah. So hold on one second. Do 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 do. I wouldn't be mean to you. We'd play something with like a big ball that you couldn't miss. We'd play beach volleyball, Froggy. I think that would be a good one. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Michelle. Play beach volleyball. Yeah, that would be super fun. And I'm just yeah, like I'm thinking about riding my bike more. I have a stationary bike here that I got on Prime Day a couple years ago. that we still use. Mel uses it more than I do. I'd miss a barn. Oh, oh, Froggy, it's okay. We won't judge you. We'll give you like one of those like Acme size bats, like a huge badminton um racket, except it's just like an Acme like huge badminton racket, and you could hit the beach volleyball with that. I think you can do it. I believe in you. And we'll have fun doing whatever. And then we'll go grab a drink. No pity needed. I'm a sharp shooter. Well, that's all you need, right? We are not taking Froggy skeet shooting. I actually really love shooting. My friend is a gunsmith, and is he let me shoot some of his guns on his property uh, many years ago, and I was actually not too bad. I thank video games for that. Um, I wouldn't say I'm a sharpshooter, but I'm not the worst shooter. So that's cool, I guess. Um, so, but good for you guys. I'm not good at skeet shooting though. I'm good at like objects at standstill. So if we want to like pick a tree and we'll shoot at the tree, I can do that. Uh, let's see what else happened at the beach. Um, I was feeling the creative spirit to like draw or something or crochet something new, but I just like as soon as I hit my peak testosterone and I was like, yes, let's go do active things. And then I started to dip and I was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to draw. I don't want to paint. I don't want to crochet. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So that was my first. We can take Jennifer ski jumping and we could all yell jump. Oh, that's horrible. And honestly, she'd probably be better than me. Um, so don't laugh because she would probably be better than me because me on a pair of skis, no, 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 no. I I have skied and snowboarded in my life, and I like snowboarding more. However, I got seriously injured snowboarding one of the last times I did it, and I have not been able to get through that fear. So I don't really do any snow sports. She and Tom Daly can do Olympic knitting in the pool. Oh my God. Get out of the way, Froggy. It's me and Tom Daly doing Olympic knitting in the pool. That is an Olympic event that I will gladly challenge you on. Pushing you out of the way to get to Tom Daly. Wow, we're a bunch of weirdos. Like, imagine, imagine in your mind that, like, Tom Daly sees us for whatever reason. And he's like, who the fuck are these people? I just had a moment where had like a back to reality like slap me in the face where I was like, imagine if like who we're talking about appeared in the chat. So I don't think that's gonna happen for any of us. So that's okay. But also, he's very talented at knitting and crocheting. And want me to send him a YouTube message? No, don't be weird. Also, I already tagged him on Instagram. So I made it weird. It's my job to make it weird, not anyone else's. I'll take the cake on being a weirdo. Um, so yeah. Oh my God. I feel like the three of us, the trifecta, if you will, like all we can do is get into trouble with each other. Oh, like with our powers combined, the only thing we can do is to get into trouble. Hey, pussycat. Hey, little baby. Be nice to your brother. I'll have to kick you out. I'm not meaning to hold this in my hand, but as soon as I picked it up, what's wrong with trouble? Nothing's wrong as long as you don't get caught. Then it's not trouble. It's just a good time. Be nice to your brother. Hey, don't bite your brother's head. I shouldn't have to tell you this. Kids. Yeah. So, yeah. Tom Daly is hot. We get it. If you could blame the wine, Michelle and I would be sober. I could blame the wine, but honestly, I promise you, I know myself well enough. I've drank wine before. Total transparency. I've drank wine before. I know myself. It is not the wine. It's definitely testosterone. Because I am like, I want to karate punch everything. But not in like a mean way, but in like a fun like wee. I need like those big balloons that have the rubber bands on them that you punch, like the punch balloons. I need one for each hand and I need to just be like that's what I need right now. That's how much energy I have right now. It is 1 in the morning and I have so much energy. I could do my makeup, but seeing as I've been drinking a little bit, my makeup wouldn't be as clean as I would like, and that would bother me. So, but I want to bite my brother's head. Yeah, he does. Hey, kids! Oh my gosh, I wish I could take a picture of you for you guys. My cat is like on his side like this with my dog's paw across the stomach, and they're both just frozen. They're both just frozen. It's really cute, but it's really stupid. Nope. Yeah, it's too late for those shenanigans. I was just saying that about the balloons. Yeah. So I don't know if I have much else to talk about. because I'm just hanging out with you guys. We're having a great time. You guys are gonna get me into trouble and get me like blocked by Tom Daly. Even though I didn't do anything. And yeah, it's just been an interesting 2 weeks of ups and downs and all arounds, watching the Olympics, meeting up with Granny D and David Browning. Who, me? um so yeah, I've had a good couple weeks, but we can blame it on Daniel. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. He's young enough; he can take the brunt of that blame. He is. Yeah. That's good. I like that. I like that. We'll blame it on Daniel. Daniel's not even here to defend himself. Poor Daniel. Poor Daniel. We're so hard on him. He really didn't know what he was getting into, did he? But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go talk to my friend, and then I'm going to. Oh, wait, something I didn't tell you guys. Melanie had a crazy, random allergic reaction to something we don't know what it is. So she's gonna have to go get an allergy panel soon. But they gave her a steroid shot in urgent care, and they put her on a Medrol dose pack, and uh uh yeah, and so she's on steroids, and yeah, I know, poor Mel. She's been so itchy. She really wanted to go tonight, but she was just like too itchy and too like out of it. Also, like the steroids have been making her like hallucinate. So we really don't need her out in the world. That probably wouldn't be good. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's been my life. I hope and pray that everything for you guys is like from here on up. It's only good stuff from here on out. And if it's not, don't send me the bill. I can't take it. I love you guys so much. I miss you guys so much. Like I genuinely missed you guys so much. I'm gonna try to be back with more content, more regular, blah 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 blah. You know what I do. And I'll try to be less drunk next time. Triple C. Of course he coming as soon as I'm gonna get online. I've been drinking wine, but I'm also have this like crazy like peak of testosterone that I'm like super energetic with. I'm like the Energizer Bunny right now. So I'm like, yeah, it's like the energy level thing that you said about testosterone, 1000% true. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, no, nobody wants you here. Okay, I'll pet you. You're cute. Sorry, my dog came in and was like, pet me, pet me. Okay. No, don't put your arm on me. I don't like that. That's very sweet, but we're gonna have a time later. So yes, Dana, please message Michelle. Um, Urgent prayer request. Hey Sam, thank you for coming in. I'm about to log off. Oh, about to pass out. Have to be on the road early for college. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you for the gift for my daughter. Of course, of course, of course. If there's anything that I love more like if there's a material item that I love in this world, it's whiteboards. Which is a little fact about me. I love whiteboards. They have saved me through college, through high school, through like my career. I love whiteboards. So I know that's such a weird thing to say, but I really am so happy for you guys. It's a family effort to get someone to college, and every single person should should be rewarded and celebrated in that fact. So I'm more than happy to have contributed what I did. I wish it could be more. Always wish it could be more. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.